Hello. In this video, I'm going to talk about images in HTML document. So, images in HTML document are IMG element. So to add an image into your HTML document, you just add this tag, and normally it will be just one self-contained open and close tag. So this is just the shortcut. So this is the open and close tag all merged into one. And you specify what image to show, and you point to a URL in the SRC attribute. So in this case, this is a relative URL, so this will be found within the same server as this HTML. And then there's the alt attribute, and that's a text that will be shown just in case the image failed to load. Say the image link was bad, or the connection was so bad that the image did not download properly, then this alternate text would be the one that will be shown to the user instead of the image. And there's also a width and height attribute in here, which specify the width and height of the image. The width and height attribute for IMG element is actually going out of favor now. Nowadays, you should specify this within your style sheet instead of in the HTML, because this is considered formatting. Now, with images, the more detail is not necessarily the better, because there's download time and bandwidth that you need to consider. You don't want to pick the biggest and the most detailed image for your web page. You need to consider what it will be for the user. What's the experience of the user clicking your web page and then waiting for that massive high resolution image to download. It may take several seconds before the image even shows up. And in a different class, I would discuss this in more detail, but normally you will have different size images that you tailor for different type of device. So for a mobile phone, you have a smaller, lower resolution image, because you expect that that mobile phone may use a connection that's not as fast as a local area network. Whereas for computer and tablets, you probably could use a slightly bigger image, because the displays are normally better and the connections are normally better. And so that's the question of size. And then there's also a question of format. Not all browser can show all image format. These days, the accepted format for web pages are JPEG or GIF or PNG. And so those are normally the three image format that you commonly see in HTML documents. And for things that aren't photos, SVG, that's a vector graphic, that normally would be a better choice than the other three types. And again, larger image is not necessarily better, and more resolution is not necessarily needed or better. And in HTML5, there's this figure tag that you can use to structure and group your image with the caption. So in this case, this image goes along with this figure caption, and they'll be treated as a unit. And this is what this HTML will be looking like in a browser. Okay, so let's look at an example. So I have an image. So this is the IMG tag, and this is the shorthand that this is just an empty element. So this is actually the same as this. and the shorthand will be just that. And this case, the image is going to be this quokka image, which is relative to location to this HTML file. So if we look at how it's laid out, there's an images directory, and that's the quokka image that will be shown. So let's look at in the live server, and that's the image. Let's go back to the document, and let's say that the image failed to download. Let's put some character that make the image fail to download. Now, if the image failed to download, then this alternate text will be the one that will be shown to the user. So let's open it again with live server. And as you can see, the image failed to load, but now you have the text instead. And let's look at the example with the figure HTML tag. So that's the example. So here you have the figure element, and you have your image here. And then you have a line break, and you have the caption. So let's look at this in the live server. And that's the two authors, and that's the figure caption. And you can treat this as a unit, and a screen reader can also see that this is a unit, and it will be able to associate the image and the caption a little better. Okay, so that's all about images for now. I hope this helps.